Hey, I know life is hard out there, but have you ever thought about this? The struggle. And how real it is. Before you keep it struggle, peep the new freshness. I'm about to go banana bread. Idly ho, real big rancid butter. Expecting a joke from Dranko, Bunty, bad? Where has your beer been? Because I can't believe you're still Ruby so hopeless. Jake's not the only one you're less than. Why don't we just hello Rockview to this episode? Because some people don't believe me that the British are a plague on this planet unparalleled by any persecution they ever faced. Britain is the world's Alcatraz. I struggle to think of why anyone would ever let them off that god and man-forsaken rock. You know why the British hate the Irish and the Scots? Because they were the people in the land for people that sucked before the new shitheads got sent there. Shitheads from all over, namely France and Germany, because Spain, Italy, and Greece had prison colonies to the east and south, and the Vikings typically took care of things in-house. Actually, where Germany and France got the idea. Asked the Nords what to do with the rapists, and the Nords said, find a cliff. Say to them, if your god says you can rape my wife, surely he will save you from this fall. Which is it? Well, Germany is landlocked, and France has these things called beaches. Plus, watching someone take a tumble down a mountain is kind of macabre, and the Swiss don't take sides on these things. But that dreary place to the north sure has some cool rocks over there. Too bad there's already idiots who got sent there either by or to become something calling themselves 3 letters. And that's how we got UK. You kill them, and I'm gonna take my clothes off on this beach. I'm about to manger el gato, vice mish, most us do biblically. Now that we lost these pinche gringos, how about some cake by the ocean, Betty Crocker? Fried or fertilized, it's never un if. And you see how mad your British friends are getting as if I'm saying they can't fuck. Are you fucking them? No, you're listening to an American because I do. Not them, but you. Because I'm a mainlander. Dutch and German, baby. Mom's side on my nopa. Fled the Nazis so I could fight them. Grammy's maiden name translates to from the proud cliff, and I aims to throw you right off that Pride Rock, Bridgerton. Awesome betting ya. At least Australia has scenery. British colonizers thought their prisoners were as dumb as they were and would try to perpetually farm the middle of it. New Zealand had the cliffs, sure, but the Maori kinda knew that one, so you get more of an Aztec situation than the Maya or Inca treatment typical of the bed-burning nation of friendly Geordies. Or am I wrong? Because that would be worse. Unlike the Cape of Good Hope, England has no such luxuries or amenities, or common sense. This is a country that has never known peace. They started Israel to see how the Jews liked it. Their wars are not spoken about in terms of enemy, but length of time. Lengths of time which are always wrong. Why? 1, they're stupid. C, idiots. 2, they're at war with everyone, including themselves. See Ireland, the land so known for anger and violence, they Santorum the basis of their name into hatred itself. But this is about England, so once again, let me redirect my ire. England is the perfect prison colony for people who are antithetical to life, people who hate plants and animal variety, people who hate the sun, people who hate each other. Unfortunately, its biggest asset is its biggest downside, and that is you need to get there by boat. This leaves a nation of people who are very adept at 3 things. Bestiality, how they got there in the first place, rape, because animals run faster than cripples, and boat building, because we need to get the fuck out of here. Luckily for the world, they weren't too good at fighting, because again, there aren't much nutrients in their diet. The reason Scots perform these feats of strength is because most couldn't. Notice how we value a good singing voice. It's nice to hear after your friend in the car all day, and it's something you wish you could do, like throw a log if you're on Rape Island. The one thing they do have plenty of in Sogland is sheep and whales, again because of the boats and the thrill of being Jonah in the dork socket. 2 animals known for their fat content, and where is fat stored besides TNA? The brain. Eat lipids. Honestly, if the brain is fats, are trans fats prions? How did we all get this stupid? Sorry-o. Back to the show. So the boat builders didn't have much to do but dodge rapists and try and learn how to fight, and luckily China has a festive use of saltpeter that really takes arm strength out of the rock tossing. Now those boat building skills can be slightly altered to make pea shooters and rock tossers. Oh, wait till the rapists get a load of this. Total game changer. Look, if you get hit with a spear and you have a shield, you suck. People talk about Spartan sea battles with flamethrowers as if that's scary. Cannonballs are scary. Flamethrowers are awesome. You can see the shore of some island or mainland, setting a boat on fire and seeing if they jump before they can put it out is hilarious. Too bad you can't douse the poop deck. Why don't you poke a hole in the bottom? Better swim fast before the orcas get you. Unlike England, cannonballs, slave ships, spice trade, opiate wars, Shanghai, and who takes the blame? The Dutch. Because the bitch-ass British couldn't get the spice themselves, and we all know what they'd be doing if they did. What the fuck? Oh, Holland had this 21-year monopoly, and by the time that lapses, the arms race will be too far gone to stop. Hell, I'm pretty sure Holland stuck it up for the same reason Bezos is at Amazon. In a world with Zuck, Musk, and his ex-wife, someone actually has to give a fuck about logistics. What did that create, by the way? World's first stock exchange. What is Holland most known for today besides turtles, you Futurama watching Taranga pages visiting goons of which I am one? The tulip bubble. That's not a sex position, as air isn't really what you want in any orifice, hence why your body tries to get rid of it so fast. Unlike my dick in your mom's ass. No, the tulip bubble was an early example of why thinking something will happen isn't the magic it's cracked up to be, and things never got better. Stock everywhere, and not a single one is an actual asset. Hence why property management is still the most reliable source of passive income. Those two are basically the mainstays of Britain economy currently. That means they literally subsist on a method we know to cause problems. And we know it causes problems because Mennonites and Amish aren't affected by the mass hysterias of lines on a grid. Or surprised you missed this one in your books before the guy who was fucking your high school crush knocked him out of your hands. Take a page out of the AARP newsletters you always ignore and recognize that barring a generational wealth transfer, the safest retirement plan is slowly switching to government bonds and owning a house to reverse mortgage. Not that bonds are much better, because the only thing any British-influenced government seems to think is a worthwhile investment is war. Probably the only municipal service that never delivers a return on investment. It destroys infrastructure, pulls out well-oiled machines of internal hierarchies, and how are the spoils given to the victor since World War I? Debt notes. And has anyone been paying those back lately? America built its entire colonialist agenda on the back of Britain's rape and pillage first, give loans later angle they've been working with the IMF and World Bank. Has it panned out? Not if that deficit is to be believed. Not that that's ever been a problem. Hey, can we start building golden calves again now that there's not a gold standard? Do we have to settle for bronze? Metal is real, roads are real, the know-how to shape that metal into a gun is real. Just as the bullet pointed at the back of Raymond K. Hessel's head. And that's what everyone misses about Project Mayhem. Why did it come to that? Because Lou kicked them out of the fucking basement. And where do spiders crawl when the basement floods? Back to the equator, apparently. The soap was a metaphor for the white man's burden, hence Tyler Durden. And we could ask ourselves if Union Jack's cause is just. After all, there are fight clubs in the US, Canada, Australia, South America, New Zealand, several islands in the Atlantic and Pacific, certain Gold Coast regions, certain sections of Indian politics, and several others seem to be doing just fucking swell with Daddy Durbank sitting pretty, whinging and moaning about refugees from their proxy wars taking up space in their prison barges. And if you notice, I said America, not Africa, South Africa. Luckily for the world, globalization has once again allowed everyone to see England for what it really is, a prison colony. If you're a fan of The Purge, I'd like to suggest a new Project 2025. They already Brexited, they are on their fucking own. Finally, something the world can agree on. If you rock, drop the accent and get the fuck out. Soon as 2025 drops, the UK is Fortnite. The UK is Rust. Not for 12 hours, not for a day, forever. I guarantee you 28 days later you see peace in the Middle East. Too busy watching. Most CCTVs per capita. 28 weeks later, reduction in pollution. Suddenly nowhere seems as bad, so people feel better about staying put in gardening. And you can still come and go if you want to hunt the most dangerous game ever known to man, rapists, but if your kill count is over 5, you gotta swim. This solves so many problems almost immediately. American prison system, violent offenders stay here, be free in Britain. Non-violent, sure you can go to Britain. Non-violent drug offender on marijuana charges, get this man some restitutions. And send one of the white supremacists who owns Green Dragon to Britain. And where are the refugees? Not so many without the proxy wars, and they sure as hell ain't coming to Britain. ISIS though, what better place for an Islamic State? Bin Laden just got a little too big for his britches. Aim for Big Ben next time. Bonus points if you do it on November 5th to kick things off right. You can drive your Toyotas right through that tunnel, which we will get the Swiss to blow up after they clear out the British war tokens they still have from their days of planning concentration camps. The Brits, not the Swiss, totally backed out of the deal too, and they have the nerve to claim that's a Welsh trait. Whatever, Chamberlain. If you were thinking of Brexiting before the purge, think of it as a holiday. We all know how you love to leave the place you defend so much. What to do when there? When in Rome. Now what of the Border Patrol? Now your Coast Guard. International military involvement. I say listen to the IDF, but they're going to be busy with Operation Orca. At least the Scientologists and Greenpeace will have something to do, and Eric Prince can join in on the fun because he still hasn't killed himself, despite how very, very badly I want him to. And speaking of people who I want to kill themselves, I want nothing more than the meth heads to spearhead this operation. If you want to do meth, call up Cody Steele or that Lawton guy and get your Walter White asses on Richard Branson's jet. This is win fucking win. 1, meth literally is the rage virus from 28 Days Later. B, because no matter how great you feel, your body is just trying to make your last moments on Earth somewhat pleasant when you're that sleep deprived. And it seems like people are trying to take that away from you for some reason. And C, the second bird you kill with this stone is the Hollywood magic of it all. Because you know what meth labs do? They explode. But they use a lot of fire, perfect enough to heat one of those wallpaper-peeling pressed wood cabinet caskets in the sky you'd call a flat. Or will when you see these low prices of squatting in London. Ask Akira the Don, there's no way that dude didn't do meth at least once. Next time, don't miss your opportunity to change the world for the better. Honestly, Britain can't get any worse.